Minecraft didn't change. It's the way that I experience it that did. Playing it in your 20s feels completely different, and it's not really about the game. And I've been thinking why that is. I mean, when I think back to the times when I played this game the most, it was when I was younger, around 10 years old. I was playing with friends, I was playing for excitement, and everything was new to me. I didn't know everything about the game. I hadn't explored every biome, I hadn't crafted every item, and there was something special about that discovery. But now, the gameplay, it's almost as if it's slower. It's more intentional, I'm not thinking about how to finish the game and what should I do next. It's more about just being in the moment. And I think that's part of why it feels different to me. There's no pressure now when I'm playing, right? There's no pressure to mine, there's no pressure to build, but I can sort of just be in the world, just able to explore. And the fact that I can just sort of go through repetitive actions and walk around, it allows my brain to drift. It's the kind of game where now I don't have to be as focused on the game. My brain can sort of fly around in the wind while I think about whatever and listen to music. And the game, almost like this video, the game can function as a backdrop just to my thoughts. There's nice background noise and there's really nice scenery, but I'm able to just relax without focusing too much on the game, right? And this difference, I feel like, it doesn't stem from the game changing, because although there's been updates over the years, the core game hasn't really changed that much. So if Minecraft doesn't feel different because the game's changed, then what is it? And I think, at least for me, in part, a decent reason is that my mindset has changed. When I was younger, I tended to play games for excitement and for sociability, and I wanted to immerse myself in that game and not necessarily think about anything else, not think about my life at school or the homework I had to do or, relationships with my friends or family. I just wanted to be in that game. But it's strange, at some point it almost switched around for me, where, as I said before, the game becomes the backdrop to your life and you're able to just either think about anything that's going on personally with you, or even just think about nothing at all and let the world take you. It's almost a sort of therapy. I mean, imagine this. Imagine you're on a boat at sea at 12 p.m. and you're just laying down on the deck and you're staring at the sky and you're enjoying the sun, right? You're just in that moment and your brain allows your stresses to just dissolve. And what I've found, at least since I've come back to Minecraft and making these videos, because I hadn't really been playing the game recently until starting this channel, but since coming back to the game and making these videos, it's almost like the game functions as a mental space for my creativity. I mean, part of the aspect is when playing the game I'm able to feel that, but the game is also almost a catalyst for my channel, for these discussions. I mean, since creating the channel, I've tried a few different games to be the backdrop for these kind of conversations. I've taken inspiration from other YouTubers, and I've tried to use backdrops, Call of Duty, Battlefield, Cyberpunk. I think those are all of the ones I've tried so far, and of course Minecraft, and there's just something that Minecraft has that none of those have. There's a simplicity in the world, and that's not to say that the game is simple. I mean, the possibilities are infinite, but the game feels grounded in a way that no other game is, and it feels nostalgic, and it brings out an emotion that no other game seems to be able to bring out. So I guess for me, when I'm coming back to Minecraft, it's like, the game hasn't changed itself, but I've changed. And I think a lot of the viewers here can probably relate to this, in a sense that when you used to play a game in your childhood and you come back to it many years later, it doesn't feel like the same game because you're experiencing it in a different way. And I think that holds true for all games, really, at least for most of us. But Minecraft, it feels different. And I think that's nice because after taking a break from it for so long, it's almost like an entirely new creative experience. And it's not just playing the game, but as I said before, editing and thinking of new builds and things like that. It gets really unique and interesting. And I don't mean to stray too far away from what my usual channel discusses. I know usually Minecraft is just the backdrop and it's not the topic of this channel, but I feel like this specifically isn't something that other content creators really cover in this niche. I mean, there's no shortage of Minecraft commentary videos, but most of them seem to be about, you know, hustle culture or just pure on motivation and that sort of thing, or even a lot of Doomer content. But there doesn't really seem to be a focus on the game, which I suppose I find somewhat strange because although it's a nice backdrop, I feel like other games just don't do the kind of justice to these kind of videos that Minecraft does. It brings out these memories in people and helps them feel this nostalgia that I feel like allows them to feel grounded as they listen to these commentaries, as they listen to these people speak. I suppose what the point I'm trying to make is that Minecraft seems like a game that, perhaps because it's perfect for creativity, and perhaps because it fosters this freedom, that it feels almost perfect for making this sort of content in a way that no other game does. I mean, this is just a thought that I had and wanted to make a video on, but something I hadn't really seen anyone discuss, so I guess sort of that's why I'm glad that I stumbled upon making this kind of content, specifically with Minecraft backdrop and commentary, because it just feels right. I mean, at this point, I don't know if I'm rambling, but maybe some of you guys can relate. If you can, you know, please tell me in the comments. It'd be great to hear from you. And as always, if you enjoyed, please smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe. Thanks.